maybe come to South Africa. I would say come to South Africa. Come a couple days early. Tell Mark when you book your real estate tour, you want Cape Town a couple days early. Spend a
Yeah,
couple
sure.
days in Cape Town with me, wine tasting, and then I'm gonna tell Mark to upgrade his package. So maybe you could do like a meet me in Cape Town package where I could just kind of show you the city, the nightlife. Anyway, and then go on the real estate tour in
Mhm.
Johannesburg or Durban and look for a house and then just buy a house, because I feel like the cool thing about it is if you buy a house in either place, Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg, it's so easy to get from one city to the next, right? So like
Yeah.
if you bought a house in Johannesburg, you can be like, I'm going to Cape Town for the weekends mostly, like you spend your
Yeah.
weekend in Cape Town or Durban and vice versa. So that's what I love about South Africa too. But I would just say book a trip first. Like just do it. Like book a trip, come, check it out, like meet us. Like, and the thing about it is when your people come, you were asking me earlier when we were talking, like, oh no, what are your people like, right? I
Yeah.
love it because Americans always have so many questions. Like they
Yeah.
just have so many questions about my life in Cape Town. Like, what do I do? Do I have friends? They always want
Yeah.
to know about my dating life, which is it's taking a turn for a very interesting turn right now. But like,
Okay.
yes, but they always have so many questions, and so I feel like, yeah,
Hmm.
and that's the difference too. So like, if they book with another tour company, one of these XYZ tour companies, they're gonna get a tour guide that they can't relate to. They're gonna get a tour company that has no. They just want your money. They just want you to come and
Yeah.
you go on your trip. They don't really care about your 100% true experience. But I feel like you're like me and I'm like you. Like I really care about how people feel about South Africa when they leave. Like I really
Yeah. It
want them to
matters.
feel so warm and fuzzy inside. So I love sharing my experience. I love sharing my experience of like how I live here. Sometimes I even have parties at my house where I invite like tourists over. I invited you guys. You guys were too busy though. Where I
Yeah. I'm
just
sorry.
invite like my local friends over and then a couple tourists that I meet and then we share a meal.
Yeah. 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 I look at it from a perspective of this, and it's going to be a little bit more political, I think. I don't know. Let's see. That I feel like me. I came here, I saw, I'm like, this is incredible. I know there's a lot of people that look like us that need a break. They need to see something different. They need an off ramp to what they're used to or what they're used to seeing every day. And I was that person as well. And I came here and I'm like, wow. And then at the end of the day, I keep thinking about, I'm watching the news and stuff, and they keep talking about tourism, bringing more people to these provinces, and obviously the impact is going to have on the country. And I like the country. I think the country has done doing some amazing things, and they're going to be doing a lot more. It's just happening. And I think some of us, not all, if they could come and see it themselves, because I think anyone that had come here would just be like, wow, I didn't realize this. And then they'll start trying to make their way back. And then at some point, even if you just purchased a home, I mean, you adding major. I mean, that's a major investment anywhere in the world, buying a
Yeah.
home, or you just coming
Or
here,
open
huh?
a business. Like there's so many opportunities. That's the thing that annoys me. Like Bree Street, Main Street, Food Street. There's so many opportunities for business, and Europeans come over with their small change and they open up a business,
Yeah,
and that we should be doing the same. And and the benefit is when we do the same, we know we're gonna employ. I hope that we employ people who look like us and we pay them fairly and we
yeah,
help them create a platform for economic freedom, right? Because let's be honest, the freedom is not really economic these days. But
yeah.
anyway, we won't go into that. But like there's opportunities. There's so many opportunities.